In the heat of one of the NBA's fiercest rivalries, a single post-game comment set off a firestorm.
We lost the game. I got accused of being a racist. I'm bad guy now.
Was this just trash talk, or was it something that the NBA and America wasn't ready to admit?
I think all of you who know me know that I joke and kid a lot. So if you can...
Very, very good basketball player.
In the late 1970s, attendance and TV ratings were declining. The narrative was that the league needed a fresh face, and some felt that it needed to be a white one. Enter Larry Bird.
There's hope he can help solve professional basketball's difficulties.
It's a known fact that you need your white superstars. You just need more white ball players on the team for the white fans to identify with.
Many black players respected Bird's talent, but felt the media hype around him was disproportionate, a reflection of America's hunger for a white superstar in a black-dominated league.
Not to be racist, but we have a white guy who's the best in the world. It's predominantly a black sport now, and you got a guy like Larry Bird who can't run, who can't jump, but can do everything out there.
Even his own teammates felt that everyone made Bird out to be bigger than he was because he was white.
When I walk in the first day of camp, them guys were on the floor stretching, and here comes the white savior, here comes this, here comes that. I sort of enjoyed it because I knew I was going to battle him all day.
I'm thinking, oh, he's slow, he can't get off a shot. He's not that strong. This is going to be a layup.
Slowly but surely, the respect came.
Bam, knocks down the jump shot. Okay, maybe that was luck. Gets the ball again. Bam, knocks down another jump shot. Now I'm thinking like, okay, hey, you know what? I'm gonna D this guy up. I'm gonna show him what it's like. 20 feet away, bam. 25 feet away, bam. My mind just goes something. Damn, this white guy can play.
Again, the black players knew he could play. That wasn't the problem. It was just that they thought he was a little overhyped, something that Isiah Thomas and Dennis Rodman were not afraid to say. It was the 1987 Eastern Conference Finals. The Boston Celtics and the Detroit Pistons had just gone through a heated playoff war. Larry Bird, already a three-time MVP at that point, torched Dennis Rodman in Game 7.
Let's be real. It's probably the first time in Dennis Rodman's life that a white guy tuned him up on the basketball court.
Dennis Rodman just went to Larry Bird University.
After the game, emotions ran hot. Rookie Dennis Rodman was asked about Bird's performance and said that Bird was very overrated and that he had won 3 straight MVP awards only because he was white. Certainly a bold statement, but what really fueled the controversy was what his teammate Isiah Thomas said when asked about it shortly after.
A very, very good basketball player. I think he's an exceptional talent, but I'd have to agree with Rodman. If he was black, he'd be just another good guy.
Instantly, Backlash erupted. Many saw it as a disrespectful shot at one of the game's greatest talents. Larry didn't have much to say about it.
I can remember in the locker room, I think it was Jack McMullen came up to me and said, Isiah just said, boom, 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 boom. And I go, so?
Magic reportedly called Bird and made it clear that he did not agree with Isiah. Isiah was forced to clarify his comments. He held a press conference with Bird just days later. He publicly apologized and said that it was just a joke, that the remark wasn't meant to be taken seriously, but the damage was done. Or at least it would have been if Bird himself hadn't stuck up for him.
Now here's the beauty of it. Larry, you had my career right in the palm of your hands. Had you handled that press conference differently, you could have just like, psh. But this is what this man said.
If the statements or whatever was said doesn't bother me, I don't think it should bother any of us.
Now, before you guys gang up on Isiah for what he said, in my opinion, it's kind of hard to get riled up about it when even Bird himself often said similar things, almost as if he agreed.
You know, the great players are the black players, and they're the best.
I mean, why else would there be multiple stories of Bird saying that he felt insulted whenever a white guy was guarding him? Apparently, he felt he was so dominant that he only wanted black players to guard him. Anything less was viewed as a sign of disrespect.
91-92 season, and we was playing the Boston Celtics. He said, "Who's guarding me?" As we come out of timeout, I says, Craig Elo. He says, why you got that white boy on me? Don't put no white boy on me.
He said that was the most.
Now remember, Larry Bird is white.
Right.
Our back line at one time it was Kelly Tripucka, Bill Laimbeer, Ken Benson. 3 white dudes. So we walk out on the court and he said, who guarding me? And I said, well, hey, I got Kelly, I got Lamb, I got Benson. He's like, you ain't got no brothers? He said, hey man, you can't put no white dude on me.
Hey,
that is straight disrespect, right?
Rodman eventually apologized for his remarks about Bird, admitting that it was a mistake.
When you look back on that, do you still agree? Do you think that Larry Bird was overrated, or do you think you were just mad at the time?
No, I told you, I just said I was green. I was just saying anything, man, just because, you know what, I was frustrated because guess what? I got my ass whooped by this kid. You know, so that's why I probably said something like that, not because I was angry or hatred or something like that. No, it just came out like that. I apologize that many, many times over.
But that still didn't stop him from taking more shots at Bird while he was at it, saying that he doesn't think Bird would excel in today's NBA.
If Larry Bird played in this era, I think he'd be in Europe. Don't just say he'd be somewhere over there.
Of course, many people strongly disagreed with that take.
I think he is out of his mind. Larry Bird, if he played today, Ephraim, might be better than in his day.
You know, I respect Dennis. A lot of respect Dennis. Know Dennis well. He's a good dude, but that's delusional. Larry Bird could play in any era and do the same thing he did in our era.
If Larry Bird was playing today, he would still be the MVP of the league, and his team would still be winning championships.
Rodman even came out and said that he thought Isiah Thomas should have been on the 1992 Dream Team instead of Bird. I guess he was never much of a Larry Bird fan.
Rodman, for some reason, he don't like Larry Bird.
But you can't really call it a rivalry when it was often one-sided.
9 on the shot clock. Bird fakes. I say it every time I do a Boston game, but Dominique Wilkins had the greatest quote anybody's ever had about Larry Bird. He said, when you're playing against him, you're looking into the eyes of an assassin. Gilmore sets the pick. Now it resolves. Bird one-on-one with Rodman. Drew the foul, scoring.
About 20 feet away from the hoop.
Bird shoots the J.
Well, you take a look and you see the help that Bird gets from Robert Parrish. Just a little bit of a screen, and that's all he needs, a sliver of daylight.
In the end, Larry Bird didn't just earn his legacy, he fought for it, having to prove himself night after night. Over time, even the harshest critics had to admit Bird was the real deal.
Every other person of color would ask me when the Celtics got ready to play, they're like, yo, man, how's this kid Bird? You about to find out. You about to find out. Right.
At that point with Larry Bird, color had nothing to do with it. He was better than all the black guys I know. I just know Larry Bird was great no matter what color.